Hello friends, my name is Om and this is our session 3 on IAM, and that is Identity Access Management. So today we will learn about the configurations of users, groups and policies, role, but I have divided this session in two parts. So before proceeding further, we will see some basic few things which I want to tell you that about the identity access management. So here we can just see here. Um, okay, so this is AWS Identity Access Management session, and what is IAM? So actually, AWS provide a very good feature that is identity access management, and is a web service that help you securely control access to AWS resource for your user, and you can use IAM to control who can use your AWS resource, that is authentication, and what resource they are used, and in what ways, that is called authorization. So there are the few features of IAM. So IAM gives you the following feature, that is share access to your AWS account, means you can grant other people permissions, administrator and to administer and use resources to your AWS account without having to share your password and secret key. Second feature, granular permissions. You can grant different permissions to different people for your for the different resources. Means suppose, for example, you might allow some users to complete access to Amazon EC2, means that is Elastic Computing Cloud, or for other users you can allow to read only access to some S3 bucket. So this way you can granular the permissions for different user. You can create groups, and you can assign the permissions to the user for particular groups. So the third one is secure access to AWS resource for application that runs on Amazon EC2. You can use IAM features for securely give applications that runs on EC2 instance the credentials that they need to order to access their AWS resource like S3 bucket and RDS, DynamoDB or database services. Then further, the IAM provides identity federations. You can allow users who already have a password elsewhere, or for example you have your corporate network and or other internet identity providers are there, so you can give them temporary access to your AWS account. This is coming under identity federation. This is called identity federations, and the identity informations for assurance means if you use AWS CloudTrail, you received logs records that include informations uh, about those who made request for resource in your account. That information is based on IAM identities. And the last one is PCI DSS compliance. So IAM supports the processing, storage, and transmission of credit cards that by a merchant or service provider, and that has been validated is being compliant with the payment card industries, that is called PCI, and data security standard, that is DSS. For more information about the PCI and DSS, include how to request a copy of AWS PCI compliance package. So these are the features of IAM which provides, these are the very useful features provided by Amazon to IAM. Then IAM users manage means what we can manage here. The users, you can create and delete a list of IAM users, manage the group memberships, and manage the user security credential, assign the permissions. So these are the things mostly we can do from IAM services. So you can create and manage the user groups permissions via IAM APIs, and you can also assign the permissions or create a user from AWS CLI or management console, so which gives you a point and click web-based interface. You can also use the AWS policy generator to create policies. These are means the AWS policy generator will create automatically policy for you, or you can create a customized policy also, which you can apply to users. Then IAM users can have any combination of credentials that AWS supported, such as AWS key access key, and uh, uh, your certificate, which provided X509 certificate provided by Amazon, SSH key password for web appliances, and then IAM device also. User can use services in any geographical region. So then IAM users, what does mean IAM users? So IAM users has a permanent long-term credentials, and it is used to directly interact with the AWS service. What is IAM role? The IAM role does not have any credentials or and cannot make direct requests to AWS service, and IAM roles are meant to be assumed by authorized entities such as IAM users, applications, or an IAM service such as EC2. And the third one is IAM role for IAM roles are the free of charge. Yeah, that is the most important things. You will not get charged for IAM role. You will continue to pay for any resource or role in the AWS account consumes. So that the resource which you use, that will be charged. So then IAM groups. So IAM group, an IAM group is a primarily the management convenience to manage the same set of permissions or a set of IAM users. So these are the basic things you should aware about. That means for your means further research or further studies. So IAM user, IAM role, what is IAM groups. So these are the important things to understand. Then we will talk about few things about the IAM policies. So IAM policy is by default user cannot access anything in your account when you create a new user. So there is no service when you create a user. So user cannot use any services at the first time. So you have to you grant permissions to the users by creating policies, and which is documented, that listed the action that user can perform and the resource that action can affect. So you can see the following diagram. The following figures and tables describe the general workflow of access control with access policy language. So this policy, when you write the policy, you have to add that policy to the system, or someone requests to the use to the resource, then it will goes to AWS service, determines the applicable policies, and AWS service evaluate that policy, and AWS service return that result. So these are the flow of chart, how the policy uh, works in AWS. Then here is a policy, how the policy is look like. This is a code, a sample code of one of the policy, which allows effects is allows, and action is DynamoDB, and resource is DynamoDB. So this is the simple policy. This policy is written in JSON format. You can see the policy written in JSON format, and you write your own policy. You must be familiar with the JSON format, and the number of keys concept. So these are the keys concept. This is the effect actions. These are the keys effect you should understand before you create a custom policy. You can search on Google, so you will get a lot of resource on this, how to create policies and how to write a policy in the JSON format. Then these are the Amazon integrated, means sorry, IAM integrated with many AWS services. These are the list of services. One is compute service, storage, and content delivery service. It's come under EBS, S3, EFS, Glacier, Snowball, Storage Gateway. So these services are coming under compute services, database service like Redshift, RDS, Elastic Cache, Simple DB. The networking and content delivery service is your VPC, Cloud Formation, Route 53, and Direct Connect. Migration services is like your AWS import export. Then your developer tools and services like AWS Code Commit and AWS Code Deploy, management tools and services, the CloudWatch for cloud formation, OpsWorks. Then security identity and compliance services are your AWS directory service, IAM, KMS, and that is key management system service. Sorry, key management service, and then analytics service, that is your Amazon EMR, Amazon Kinesis, and AWS data pipeline. Then your artificial intelligence, like your Amazon machine learning. Then Internet of Things, it's new services recently they launched. Uh, I think 1 year before, in the last year, I think so, if I'm not wrong. So then your game development services, that is Amazon Game Lift. Then mobile services, your AWS device form and Amazon Mobile Analytics. Application services like Amazon API Gateway, Amazon Simple Workflow Services. Then message services, that is messaging services, that is your SNS, SES, SQS, means simple notification services, simple email services, and simple queue services. So business productivity. Then your I'm sorry for my voice. Then business productivity, it's your Amazon Work Doc and Amazon Work Mail. Then desktop and app streaming services is your Amazon Workspace, and additional resource like your AWS billing and cost management. So these are the services which integrated with IAM. So you can see there are 15 services are there, and these services mostly use with IAM. So as soon as you means as further you will study it or you will research on this in our further sessions. So you can see here these are the services. So these things you need to understand before going further, because these are the very important things, features of IAM, and I hope you understood that. Then we will see in next session. We will see how to create users and groups, um, and we will look further. So thank you so much, friends. Have a good day. Bye.